Hey, hey, it's Ray Langley at your service, virtual entertainer and wolf girl extraordinaire. Welcome back to the Ace Attorney Trilogy. How's everyone doing today? Welcome into Ilu and to Candace. Good to see you guys. All right. Today we're hoping to finish up Reunion and Turnabout. And, yeah. Runs to check the VOD because I can't remember what the last thing that happened was. Well, we bought a little bit of time because we had the photo that showed the face of the killer, the alleged killer, and it doesn't seem to be Maya's. Nor does there seem to be a bullet hole in the robe that the alleged killer was wearing. The same bullet hole that was found in Maya's robe. We also found the set of uniform that was in the incinerator. As well as that piecing together that that's where we found the key. We also went to the clinic, the Hoti clinic, where the not actually the director, Hoti, told us a little bit more about Eenie Meenie and her time there after the accident. We also seem to have broken the Cyclops that belonged to Mia as to her knowledge as to who the actual killer was, or at least the possibility of Morgan's involvement in the killing. And now we go to trial and hope to get Maya off the hook again. And surely for the last time in this series. I still think it's funny. It's a 4-hour round trip to Karine Village. Yeah, and we had to backtrack there a couple of times. So you can imagine Phoenix spent roughly 10 hours out and about yesterday. In game. Alright guys, with that in mind, let's get started. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Nick?
Yeah?
Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me?
Yeah. Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up.
Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial.
But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through.
Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Pearly.
Hey, Pearls?
Hmm? Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too?
Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
Please. It's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again.
Please, can you do this for us, Pearls?
Alright. I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time.
Whew, thank goodness.
Nick?
This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean? What's going on?
June 22nd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolishly fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey.
It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight.
Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes, and this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
Alright, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point.
What?
But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Can you substantiate your claim?
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan.
Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this.
Witness, name and occupation? My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is...
Yes, that is.
You! Be quiet! Now, witness, something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct.
What in the world could have...
Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room.
What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Order! 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 Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
They let her go to the stand with a cup of tea? Though to be fair, they let Angel star with her bentals. Yeah, and Jake Marshall with his flask and his knife shaving his stubble on the stand.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Why have you hidden this until now?
I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's gonna be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to?
I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir.
Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention, she looked awful.
Whoa, Morgan. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot.
In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright.
Oh, thanks.
What did you do after that, Miss Fey?
Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Yes, that is a very good point.
At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another.
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself.
I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself.
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fey.
This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping.
That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fey, please continue.
During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie.
But why would you lie about something like that?
It is very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant.
She was covering for Maya? So, you were covering for the defendant?
Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Ugh!
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach?
Now, witness, continue with what happened.
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing. However, yes.
But you're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Ugh!
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called.
But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However...
You fainted.
I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us.
Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes.
Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber.
I hope this isn't gonna come back and bite us in the butt.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes, ugh!
Be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone.
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Eenie Miney?
I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Miney. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine! For my sake!
Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible.
Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor, Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course.
Miss Miney, please.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie?
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
Oh, I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Your Honor, there's room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder.
Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it?
Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was gonna totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see.
Am I the only one who missed the boat here?
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Do you know the time?
Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think.
11 a.m.?
Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food.
No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room?
Oh, so that's what you meant. You should have been more clear about it.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay. It's really...
That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence?
Did I? So, what was I talking about again?
Never mind.
Witness, about this person who entered the side room.
Are you absolutely sure?
I guess?
You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright?
The defense rests.
Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney?
You were happy in a sad way?
Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister.
But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again?
But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning? So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to like think anything was strange.
But... Ow!
Don't keep badgering her.
You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while?
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important?
It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked totally like normal.
So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance?
Like, yeah, nothing was like weird.
Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong.
That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I like go on?
Something terrible? What was this thing she told you?
Huh? Like, didn't I just like tell you about it? Did you like forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish sieve for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words.
Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time?
Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you.
Okay, so it's just the same clip. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure and explore every option. Stop badgering? I'll badger whatever I feel like! Franziska calling everyone a sussy baka, please.
Like, how was that?
It was a little scary.
Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I, like, put too much spookiness into it?
I know there has to be something here I can use, but where?
She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up. But don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected.
Look normal, huh? That was a very well-spun lie, Miss Eni.
What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance.
Like, yeah? And?
But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this.
Blood spray.
Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying, and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. I mean, really. It might be your sister and all, but wouldn't that make it stand out all the more that she's got bloody tits?
Order! Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney?
I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me!
That...
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
Well,
That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though.
First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony.
if you please.
The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be.
Like, the side room was, kind of dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Yes, now I see. And you've given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness.
Oh shit, we already got to the dramatic part of the music. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room.
Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right.
Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's?
You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay.
Can't breathe. Let me out of here. Just leave your body, Phoenix. You didn't see the blood?
Like, yeah.
But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well.
That's,
Are you gonna tell me next you didn't notice the gun either?
I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue.
And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time?
Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan.
Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you?
Like, yeah.
Was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so? I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner, the better.
She says with her whip at the ready.
And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney?
Like, sure.
Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean?
When you... I'm talking about when you arrived at the channeling chamber, of course.
Like, no, nothing strange.
What should I do? Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I, like, totally can't. Just give up already, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I wonder if I put too much faith in Eni's ability to do anything with that brain. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong.
Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement,
He'll end the trial, I know.
we have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen. We can't give up.
I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
Like, no, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I, like, totally can't.
That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important?
I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this.
Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber.
Try to remember that time.
Oh, like, I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way.
I guess this really is a dead end.
Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix.
It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Let's just question this one more time so that we can get the final... Oh, okay, no. Okay. On the way to the channeling chamber. Perhaps? You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible.
Like, what do you mean?
I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay.
Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child?
It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden.
The garden?
Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that?
No! As the courts can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous!
It's not preposterous, and I can prove it.
What sort of foolish...
There's no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. This urn is my proof.
An old, cracked clay pot. What is that going to prove?
Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why.
She broke the urn?
Yo!
Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day?
This urn was broken around the time the channeling started.
Ah.
And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way.
What?
Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar.
Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say.
The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth.
About what?
About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room.
Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Your lies end here.
What are you...
The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. And I say, that's not possible, because there's clearly a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Where is this contradiction?
Sorry, I saw an option, I need to see it. Help me, Mia! I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere?
Don't worry. You're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So, just this once, do you want me to help you out?
Oh shit. What do we think, guys? Do we want Mia to help us? I didn't think she'd actually volunteer to help. I think essentially we're asking here, do we want a hint or do we want to like solve it ourselves? I'll let you guys decide in the audience. Say yes for the possible funny. Alright. I just remember Help Me Mia being an option, I think, in either the first game or like... yeah, like sometime in the first game, so I was like, seeing it again. What if she's like, psych, do your job, buddy? Alright. Help me, Mia! Please, I need your help right now.
Hold on. First, calm down, Phoenix. Good. That girl, she slipped up with her words.
Her words?
If she really was in the side room the entire time, then she just testified about something she shouldn't have any knowledge of.
And what is that?
The rest is for you to figure out on your own.
Mr. Wright, what is your answer?
Yeah, okay. Time to add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's clearly a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Where is this contradiction?
Sorry. Let's see. I wish we could use like a dialogue, like a chat log feature, so I could see what the testimony said from here. Let me see real quick. Yeah, it doesn't have a chat log. Testified about something that she shouldn't have any knowledge of. If she was really asleep, she shouldn't know about something. Well, I saved, so let's just say it's in the testimony itself. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement.
And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. Oh. She shouldn't have known about us at all. Could she never met us yet? Oh. We had gone to call the police.
So? Like, what does that, like, have to do with anything?
It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact?
How?
I concede that Miss Fey was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the Winding Way.
Gwa!
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the Winding Way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question.
Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder?
Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah.
The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
Miss Miney was here, of course.
Well, but that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene?
That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime.
Order! 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 That's why that is. Oh!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime.
I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding?
I think, like, here-ish. Pretty sure. It's either in front of or behind the screen. I think behind. Miss Miney was hiding here. Ow!
If you're going to tell a joke, at least make it one I'll laugh at. Huh. Go home, boy, and look up what hiding means.
Looks like I'm gonna have to one-up her. Fine then, I will. I'll even use the big boys dictionary.
Phoenix, you can't lose your cool like this. And grow up.
Huh? Oh, sorry, Chief.
You still haven't learned your lesson, have you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Okay, it wasn't behind the... Huh. But it had to be, because... Maybe it's even... Maybe I needed to make it further behind the thing. Here, of course.
But behind the folding screen? Oh!
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball!
No, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be saying...
Shut it, Gramps! As if you know exactly how old I am?
I'm sorry.
Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box.
That tiny little box? No person could fit in that.
Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
But such clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
And now, I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Take a look at this clothing box.
You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing.
This? What on earth?
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole, about 8 inches off the ground.
A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before?
The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height.
That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Ah!
Order! So what do you say?
Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey.
To masquerade as Maya Fey?
She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moves the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself.
It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow!
Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy?
Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct?
You can't be serious!
Miss Miney, you had an accomplice.
This person...
If it wasn't someone from Karine Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use.
Frickin' Faye.
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier?
What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime.
But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected?
Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and...
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room.
Yes. A gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey.
But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through.
Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out.
Please, leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind this murder.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this?
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still, by chance, evolving?
What is it this time?
Miss Von Karma? Surely.
Of course it was me. Did you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty?
What in the world?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area.
And that is?
If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble?
Huh?
Working together with the medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things?
Well, that's,
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
Motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. pretty sure it's this. I mean, like, literally, it's... If it's either this or the profile of her sister.
Huh. Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Just great. Now even she's calling me by my full name.
You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death?
Yes! Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm like gonna explain, so like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know?
She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Ouch!
Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there's no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Tisk tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place.
What happened? I thought I had her for sure.
See? Like, it's just as I, like, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie.
Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination, Miss Eenie Miney.
Hold it. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute.
All right.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Can I really do this? I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Hey! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a second!
Alright, and that will be my cue to take a small recess myself and get some water. I'll be right back. back at the end of our own 5-minute recess. June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Is it really true? About my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eni could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan.
That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with it. What happened to your dad? Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me, even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you, and let the whole world know of your defeat.
But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is.
June 22nd, 12:10 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 2.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
can you prove Miss Eni Miney had a motive?
Yes, I believe I can. Eni Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought you, wanted to, ask about my, motive? I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past.
Miss Miney, if you please.
Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, last year in May? Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt. And, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away.
I think I've heard of this incident.
It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year.
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Ugh!
Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip.
Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister.
Yeah. Which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then?
Yeah, like, that was in May, too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was, like, May 2nd, and, like, our accident was, like, on the 24th.
2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence?
My sis was, like, totally tired, so that's why, duh.
That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct?
Yeah.
What was the cause of the mistake?
Like, I heard it was 'cause, like, the medicines got, like, mixed up.
Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney?
Like, no way! Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis? That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault.
Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake.
But, like, it really wasn't my sis.
She was totally tired? You mean exhausted?
Like, she had to talk to the police, and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her.
True, true.
But, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney.
Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay. Anyway, I was like...
Oh, okay. It's probably added later. The accident happened at night, correct?
Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened.
Isn't that something crazy to say to someone who survived a car accident? You should have switched places with her. God, you took the wrong daughter ass energy. And your sister? What happened to her?
I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black, and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on.
Please tell us about your escape in more detail.
I, like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore.
Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself.
I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know?
If it's that article, then I've already got it. Just to refresh our memories.
I like resorted to like crack and meth. I like didn't have my license, so like I couldn't take over driving for her.
And that's why you were in the passenger seat.
Like, yeah. I was like at my college's research lab till like really late. So my sis was like giving me a ride home.
I see.
Phoenix,
Yes?
you can't do this. You're being too easy on her.
There's gotta be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony.
Yes, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this.
Mia, please stop reading my mind. The blue text means I'm thinking. Please don't reply to that. Only reply to the white text. Let's see, what sort of evidence do we have? You can't see right now, but like, I turned to the camera dramatic The Office style. Miss Miney. That was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney?
That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it till after the accident.
No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hoti, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director?
Yes, that perverted flake clinic director. And how did you... Ouch!
No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November.
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right?
What in the...
That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license.
Ow!
Cry, and my whip will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm like glad you get it, but like even if I had my license, I like don't think my sis would have like let me drive.
Ow!
Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway?
I'm sorry, did Mia just borrow the whip and hit me with it, or did she just hit me hard enough that it felt like a whip? What just happened? Because two scenarios here. Either she struck us with like a freaking, with her arm hard enough to be like a whip, hard and fast enough, or she vaulted over the defense bench, sprinted over, grabbed the whip from Franziska, and hit me with it, then came back. Fan artists, you know what to do.
That's because...
I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry. Didn't mean to be mean. Like, around that time, I was like really close to getting my license. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She like had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She like would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." So like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too.
I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... So, what do you mean by really close?
Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called.
Permit?
Oh, wow. The big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is.
Well, this lawyer never had a permit.
Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her?
All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense.
So, like, may I continue?
Damn, she bought Edgeworth's car secondhand. He won't need it where he is right now. He commutes! He is a responsible citizen who recognizes he has no need for a personal car and saves on both money and does his part to help the environment and supports public transit. Or bikes, according to some official art. She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car?
Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands.
In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Why does she take such special care of the car?
How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car.
New car?
Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer?
I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise.
Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright?
Well, Miss Miney, what kind of car was it?
It was a new car.
Yeah, she had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials?
And it was a really special model. She'd waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor,
Yes?
please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony.
You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars that much, then.
That's not my point. Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. I can feel Mia's losing her patience. She always seems like she's internally so annoyed. Well, listen. Think about it from Mia Faye's perspective, right? You were a pretty solid lawyer. You had a protege and everything. You were murdered, and that's sad. Your life is over. But whatever other side there is, you're there now. It clearly isn't a bad place, or else she'd be a lot happier about being alive again. So whatever is on the other side, she gets to enjoy it. Until her sister or her niece decide, guess what? We need to drag you back to the world of the living and breathing and hunger and taxes and shit all over again. Yeah, I'd be a little annoyed too. Turns out my protege is nowhere near ready enough and constantly begs me for help. Like, yeah, I'd be a little pissed. I had to look if there was a car that fit the criteria, and it might be a red Aston Martin DB5 from the 60s. Ooh, an Aston Martin, alright. I don't know much about cars, but I know that brand, and that sounds frickin'... Whoa, how fancy. I don't think we're a big shot now, do we? Buying an import car from the UK. Ignore me, I'm just... If you're at all familiar with the Irish notions, then you understand what I'm saying. Anyway.
Miss Mighty, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. My sis's new car was like a totally special model from England.
I yelled hold it pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. So, yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good?
Like, huh?
They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one.
Like, huh?
This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it?
What do you know? That sleek shape, the purr, the way it starts, the raw feeling of manual transmission.
Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat.
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case.
Not for nothing. But why don't we just check this again, real quick, right? Okay, you can't see my cursor, but like, just look at the second to last line. Anyway. Let's continue asking a few questions first. Was your sister good at driving?
She was like totally awesome. She like said she was gonna be the like racing queen of the nursing world.
Okay. I know she refers to Racing Queen here as being like the best driver. Like a race car driver. But please someone draw Race Queen eeny miny. That's all. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again. And that was when the accident occurred, correct?
Like, yeah. I like immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled like in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There's something very big here. It's gonna be hard to break apart such a natural sounding testimony. But we have to attack it. And by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to.
Do you really think so?
Believe. There is a path, I know it.
Mia almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Pretty sure it's this piece that I should say that to. Miss Miney. Do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You'd said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor. Which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be, if it were an American car. But it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side.
What do you mean by this?
Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
Order! Order in the court! Order! 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 Ugh!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eni said's the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney.
That is what Eni said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But what you just said, the witness, Miss Eenie Miney, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question.
The
Next question?
Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now?
What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name, this witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Mimi Miney. That is your real name.
Of all the foolish dribble, then how do you explain her appearance?
This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
No!
But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
Then the body they found at the crash site...
That was the body of the real Eenie Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean? Ugh!
What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Miss Von
Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself to become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this.
That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident. And her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo?
Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey.
This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma.
I'm gonna enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's gonna be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is.
Yow! Und one more for good measure. Phoenix? Hang in there, Phoenix. Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham.
Now then. It looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So, I'll go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty!
He's not even in the fucking sprite here anymore.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Dude, she whipped him like 20 times. Damn. Kinda miss Manfred bashing his own head against the wall at this point. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 3.
Congratulations, Maya. Sis? It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis. I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream I smelled a really familiar scent. a familiar scent. I was inside that clothing box, right? That box... That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right.
There's still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot.
I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder.
She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh?
Nick!
Congrats, Maya.
Oh, thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know...
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First, my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, please. I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... I think... Oh god, yeah, it's profiles too, so... Let's try this.
Pearly?
4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karine Village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
The Branch family. My aunt.
No. Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be... Pearls. Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell. 13.
My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Karine, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
Let's see, what have you guys been saying? I don't think losing Morgan can compare to losing Mia. That's her only parental figure left for the past 16 years. Poor Maya, good or bad, Morgan was the only mom she knew, same as Pearl, and she hated her the whole time. Yeah. And then when you think about it, not only was Morgan probably the only one around to raise her and Mia, but then after Mia left to become a lawyer, and even more so after she died, you only have so much family left, right? And if you don't know that your own relative resents you the whole time. Franziska experiences one loss, leaves for Valinor or some shit. But yeah, that was Reunion and Turnabout. We have finally finished that case. And next up... next up is Turnabout Big Top. But that's for next time to worry about. It's time to go to the circus. This is not one of my favorite cases. But like I said, we will worry about that next time. For now, though, we have completed another case, and I think that was a lot of fun. Yeah, what'd you guys think of this case? I honestly forgot the twist about it. I forgot that Eenie Miney was actually Mimi Miney in disguise and pretending to be her own sister and all that. I completely forgot about that twist. So that was really fun to voice act on the fly. Circus music in the distance getting closer very quickly. Next week, guys. Next week we will what is it? Enter the Gladiators or some shit like that. What's the... I have to look for it. Yeah, Enter the Gladiators. Anyway, I really liked it. I was hoping to see a bit more of a messy Morgan crash out, but it's understandable it was Mimi's case. Well, we got that little ominous bit there at the end where she's muttering to herself in a solitary confinement cell. Which means that off screen we had a whole prosecution for Morgan Faye's conspiracy to commit murder and all that. So, which she was swiftly found guilty of, apparently. Date and time unknown. I love that. That could be any time after the case, and we just cut to there somewhere. She's just muttering madly in the dark. They put her in solitary, not for her crimes, but because of her behavior in prison. Yeah, she wouldn't stop breaking her teacup and shivving other inmates with it, so we had to just lock her up. For copyright reasons, we can't play the actual song, so enjoy this cover. Da 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 circus da 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 turny circus turny circus. Let's see. Da 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 circus da 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 attorney circus. Evidence objection hold it take that. All right, that's enough of that. I'm gonna go crazy before we even start the freaking case. Let's get out of my head. Oh, Akira meme. Can't believe Morgan got solitary and now he's doing community service at a circus. You could use her hair as a trampoline. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you for watching along with the case, and hope you guys enjoyed the performance. Again, as always, I do all the voices by myself. Accents and all those choices are made by me. And as you can tell, I had a lot to switch between back and forth throughout this particular episode, what with the Valley Girl and the German happening pretty much sequentially, and even that one dash of Southern in a flashback, as well as doing Phoenix, Maya, Mia, and all those other voices in between. Um, so that was a bit tough, but I hope that you guys liked the performance. And next week we will start Turnabout Big Top, and we will get our way. We will work our way through the entire circus. But next stream is going to be this Friday at about 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I will be playing Dialogue, which is a Robo-Girl technician simulator game with like puzzles and also like sort of being a life coach according to the synopsis. I don't know. It's something like listen to what the girls are saying and offer them advice or something like that. So, you know, it's pretty much literally I can fix her the game, and I'm going to be absolutely normal about the Robo Girls, and I will not be objectifying them the entire time and being uncharacteristically down bad through the entire stream. Not at all. Not me. I'm much more. I am a sophisticated enjoyer of. Anyway. um, but yeah, so I will see you guys this Friday in a couple of days, and we will do that. And then, as always, I'll have next week's stream schedule up by Sunday, and you guys will know what I'll be up to next week. But for now, I'll see you Friday evening for some Robo Girl action. Um, Guys, at least pretend to believe me. I'm such a good actress. All right. I love you guys, but I gotta go now. I'm probably gonna get dinner now that the case is over. So make sure you guys eat well as well. Stay hydrated and get lots of good rest. Remember to be kind to yourselves and be excellent to each other. And have a radiant rest of your night. And of course, as always, most importantly, remember to unshrimp yourselves. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.